welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Razorbacks will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Utah Utes offense will start this game off with the football. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very...
Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They punt it away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They're going to run it. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Jackson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Razorbacks line it up with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Out of the gun to give to the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The Utes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. He breaks a tackle. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Makes the catch. It's Rodgers. After the filthy move, he's got room. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Utes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This is why Lysackle's one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught behind the line. It's Baker. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Baker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to throw again. All finds a room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the ground. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Utes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Utah!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Shows him the stiff arm. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Platt. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking for a big gain. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. On the ground, it's Parker. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Baker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Snagged in the middle, it's Baker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle, it's Glover.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. He runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The give to the tailback. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Jackson will throw. He's got him. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Surging forward on the sneak.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And the drive has been really, really solid. And we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions. Got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
Quickly to the tight end.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Turning it on. Quick step and go. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Jackson gonna throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fitted in the window for the score. Remember this one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill spent. The tight end is always open.
They think that too. They think they're always open. Throw me the football, but especially in the red zone. This is where you see most tight ends do most of their damage. Big body guys, QB find him, hit him, touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Fires to the big fella.
They're trailing by just 4 to Appalachian State. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. At the 45 on his way. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Tight end now in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Zings it complete to the right.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Jukes his way for more. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Using the quick game.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the first down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Finds his tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail me coffin.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. big situations arise in games, they're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, baby.
And you start to build that mental